Aloha, everyone. My name is Katie Copeskey, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Programming for StandFast Alliance. I'm so excited to virtually introduce myself to you and to get to know you, our community, the folks that are supporting us. So let me tell you a little bit about myself, my background, and I want to get a good definition of what we mean by resilience. StandFast Alliance is all about delivering resilience training to military members and first responders. But it's important that we know what exactly we're talking about and what training looks like. So, first things first, I am here in the beautiful state of Hawaii on the island of Oahu. I had the opportunity to move out here due to a contract with the military teaching performance enhancement and resilience training skills to soldiers at Schofield. Before that, I was at the great place, Fort Hood, Texas. My master's degree is in psychology, specifically within the field of sport or performance psychology. So I was really curious to know, what is it that separates good from great when it comes to performers? What is it that allows people to really thrive under pressure and stress while others crumble? And there's an entire field dedicated just to that from a mental perspective. I was also interested in learning more about when people fail, when people stumble, when people make mistakes, what separates those who bounce back very quickly and are able to rechart their goals versus those that just sort of flounder and just sort of wallow in that detrimental space. So those are all the things that I was very curious, and that's what got me into the field of performance psychology. Most of my training, most of my background has been utilized within the military environment. I am an Air Force brat and have had the opportunity of moving around the country every 2 or 3 years, and then became a contractor working for the Army a little bit after my graduate education. So I've had lots of practice of utilizing these skills myself, and I'm very passionate and very excited to talk about what it means to be resilient and how we can enable that more in our lives. So let's dial into that. So on our website, you'll notice we have 3 main components when it comes to defining what it is, what it means to be resilient. So I want to highlight some of those key words right here, right now, so we all have a good working definition of what this means. So a resilient person is someone who prepares for adversity. That's a key word in our definition. So someone who can look ahead and see, man, there is something coming up for me that I know is going to be stressful. I know it's going to take some of my energy. I know it's going to take a hunk of my attention. So what can I do ahead of time? How can I be proactive and be ready for that stressor? Another component is recovery. So once the stressor is done, how can I take some time for, in our field, we would say self-care or the art of rejuvenation? How do I restore my energy levels? How do I get back to where I was before the stressor popped up for me? And then, and what is most critical probably right now in our day and age, is the ability to adapt, the ability to be flexible, the ability to think outside of the box and be able to overcome a stressor as it's happening, and to think differently about how do I go about attacking this stressor, this adversity? This is very difficult to do and takes a significant amount of practice. Good thing we have lots of stress coming our way recently with COVID and lots of things happening in our environments that give us a lot of repetition in order to continue to grow our strength, our resilience muscle, let's call it that. So that's just a little bit about our working definition of what it means to be resilient. And a lot of what we do within this program is really dial into our thoughts, our emotions, and our body, because those are things that we always have control over, even if it doesn't feel like it. So I'm going to be creating some more videos along with some of our peer coaches and other staff members and other folks in the community that I really want you guys to hear from, talking about different strategies that we can utilize to strengthen that resilience muscle. So be in tune for more coming from us in the future.